Hi friends, we are back with Rodrick Rules. We are nearing the end. I feel like maybe one more reading or so will be about the end of this book. Alright, so we left off with Greg and Rodrick going to their grandpa's. Saturday. Well, Mom and Dad dumped me and Rodrick off at Grandpa's today, just like they said they were going to do. Started looking for ways to entertain myself, but there's nothing in Grandpa's condo that's fun to do, so I just sat down with him and watched TV. But Grandpa doesn't even watch real shows. He just keeps his TV tuned to the security camera that's in the front lobby of his building. And after a few hours of that, you just start to go a little nuts. Oh sure, Barry Grossman has the time to go out for a 3-hour walk, but he doesn't have time to return my vacuum. At about 5, Grandpa made us dinner. Grandpa makes this awful thing called watercress salad, and it's the worst thing you ever tasted. It's basically a bunch of cold green beans and cucumbers floating in a pool of vinegar. That makes me want to throw up. Rodrick knows I hate watercress salad more than anything, so the last time we stayed at Grandpa's, Rodrick made sure to pile it on my plate. Greg loves watercress salad. I had to sit there and choke down every bite so Grandpa's feelings wouldn't be hurt. And guess what? I got a reward for cleaning my plate. More watercress salad. Oh, man. Gross. Tonight, Grandpa gave us our salad, and I acted like I was going to eat it. But then I just stuffed it in my pocket when nobody was looking. It felt pretty disgusting when the cold vinegar started running down my leg. But believe me, it was 1,000 times better than having to eat it. After dinner, the three of us went into the living room. Grandpa has all these really old board games, and he always makes me and Rodrick play with him. He has this one game called Gutbusters, where one player reads a card and the other player tries not to laugh. I always beat Grandpa, mostly because the jokes don't make any sense to me. Putting economic policy before fiscal responsibility is like putting the cart before the horse. Yep, it wouldn't make sense unless you knew about those things. I always beat Rodrick too, but that's because Rodrick loses on purpose. Whenever it's my turn to read a card, he makes sure he has a big mouthful of milk. Gross. At 10, I was ready for bed, but Rodrick called the couch, and that meant I had to sleep with Grandpa again. All I can say is, if Mom and Dad were trying to teach me a lesson for covering for Rodrick, well, mission accomplished. Could you put my teeth in that glass? Gross. Sunday. Rodrick has a big science fair project due right before Christmas break, and it looks like Mom and Dad are making Rodrick do this one all by himself. Last year, Rodrick's science project was called Does Watching Violent Movies Make People Think Violent Thoughts? I guess the idea was to have people watch horror movies and then draw pictures afterward to show how the movies affected them. But it was just really an excuse for Rodrick and his friends to watch a bunch of horror movies on a school night. Rodrick's friends got the movie watching part done, but they didn't draw a single picture. And the night before the science fair, Rodrick didn't have anything to show for himself. So me, Mom, and Dad had to bail Rodrick out. Dad typed up the paper, and Mom made the poster board stuff, and I had to draw a bunch of pictures. I did my best to imagine what teenagers would draw after watching violent movies. Pretty good. The thing that really stinks is that I caught heat from Mom when she saw my drawings because she said they were disturbing. And that's why I was only allowed to watch G-rated movies for the rest of the year. But if you want to talk about disturbing, you should have seen some of the stuff Manny was coming up with those days. One night, Rodrick accidentally left one of his horror movies in the DVD player, and when Manny went to turn on cartoons the next day, he got Rodrick's movie instead. So that's him watching it. I came across a couple of Manny's drawings after that, and some of them were enough to give me nightmares. That is creepy. Tuesday. Mom and Dad set up due dates for Rodrick on a science fair project, and by 6 tonight, he was supposed to tell them the theme of his experiment. But at 6:45, things weren't looking so good. He's still watching TV. Rodrick was watching a show about astronauts and what happens to them after they've been up in space for a long time. The show said that when the astronauts get back to Earth, they're actually taller than when they left. And the reason is because there's no gravity in space, so their spines decompress or something. Well, that gave Rodrick the idea he was looking for. Rodrick told Mom and Dad he was going to do a science experiment on the effect of zero gravity on the human spine. And from the way Rodrick was talking it up, you'd think the results of his experiment was going to benefit mankind. Dad seemed pretty impressed, or maybe he was just relieved that Rodrick actually came through on his first task. But I think Dad started to see things a little different later on when he told Rodrick to take the trash out to the curb. I can't. I'm doing my research. Doesn't look like it. Wednesday. Yesterday at school, they announced tryouts for the big winter talent show. As soon as I found out about it, I came up with this awesome idea for a comedy skit that me and Raleigh could do. But I admit, the real reason I wrote it was to give myself an excuse to talk to Holly Hills, who is Heather Hills' sister and the most popular girl in my grade. The boys whose family thinks he's a dog. Look, honey, our dog is standing on his hind legs. I'm a person, not a dog. Hey, you're not supposed to be on the couch, you dumb mutt. But I'm not a dog, I'm your son. Don't you growl at me. We're on a romantic vacation. I guess we'll have to put you in a kennel. But I want to go with you guys. Well, woof, woof, woof to you two. So it looks like it's Greg married to that girl, and Raleigh is their dog / child. It's a little mean. Credits. Writer, Greg Heffley. Director, Greg Heffley. Dad, Greg Heffley. Mom, Holly Hills. Dog boy, Raleigh Jefferson. So I was right. I showed Raleigh the script, but he wasn't too enthusiastic about the idea. You think Raleigh would be grateful that I was going to make him a big star, but like Mom always says, there's some people you just can't please. Thursday. Raleigh went and found someone else to partner with for the talent show. He's going to do a magic act with this kid from his karate class named Scotty Douglas. And if you want to know if I'm jealous, let me put it to you this way. Scotty Douglas is in the 1st grade, so Raleigh will be lucky if he doesn't get beat up at school for this. They're having one big talent show for the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school. So that means Rodrick and his band are going to be in the same competition as Raleigh and Scotty Douglas. Rodrick's all fired up about the talent show. His band has never played in front of a crowd, so they see this as their big chance to get noticed. And we will find out next time what happens at said talent show. So I will see you guys then. I think we can finish it next time, just maybe. All right, we'll find out.